Hello, and welcome to another Nature Affinity video. So, here at Nature Affinity, we're going to do a new video every day at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. And in this video, we're going to do a tarot card reading for the spring equinox energy. It's going to be a 3-card spread, with the first card being the faded life, or the obvious life. The second card being the soul's desired life, or the destiny life. And the third card being the bridge between the two, the challenge to establish or overcome in order to move from the obvious life that society has put forward for you to that destiny life that your soul really desires.
Okay.
And we have our first card. A new earth. How very interesting. A new earth. I really feel that, you know. First card.
I thought she was
earth.
naked for a second. I was like, hey, that reminds me of my old coworker. JoJo and her space pants.
Yeah. On the card, if you couldn't read that, it says, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. And it really is happening. For all of us. We are transcending the old pattern and allowing new energy to flow forth here in the spring equinox.
I'm just not doing a good job of that today.
You are doing a wonderful job, don't worry about it.
The bridge this. Not the bridge. I don't know. There we go, that was better. That was better.
Allow the process. That's super important. If that faded life that, you know, society might have presented you with, it's super important that you allow that process, even though it might not be serving your soul's desires. It is part of that evolutionary process. Like, you could say that, like, for everybody, it's taking imperfect action is really the perfect thing to do.
I was just looking at her bikes. I was like, they're still there, right?
They're still there. They didn't ride away. We actually crossed over the creek on some logs, and we biked here. The place is called Perseverance Creek. So aptly, it goes along with what I'm saying, is that you gotta persevere and you gotta allow the process. So the faded life, you could say that's like, at some point or another, all of us have been told what we want or what we desire.
Me, it was a bike ride today.
This is true, but
I was determined.
There was intuition. Intuition said...
Intuition said, fuck!
Sometimes.
Ah, fuck. Why didn't I do that? I knew better. Whatever. Cool. I'm just gonna do this now. Ow! I should have left my bandages on.
breathing in the new paradigm and exhaling the old paradigm. Here we have the destiny life. Now, what do we have for a card? Earth pulsing.
I pulled that card for the girls that I read.
So the destiny life, this is the card that we pulled. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Spend time in nature.
A few days ago, I've been following these two girls that are in the UK, and they're on their way to making a family, pretty much. They're going through an IVF journey, and they had 10 eggs retrieved, and 9 of them ended up accepting fertilization, I guess, and they all went through, well, not all of them, I think 7 of them went through to be frozen to save for when they're actually ready to start the pregnancy process of it. So they're all ready and set up and everything, but they were going through the process and having a lot of anxiety and posting videos of the process, and they're like a bunch of people I have on my Facebook know who they are just by mentioning them, Caitlin and Leah. And I watched their one video, and it was of the 9 embryos that were fertilized, and I got emotional, and I was really happy for them, and I just kind of grabbed the deck and I decided to pull a card for them, and I don't think it was that one that I pulled first. It was Earthed. That's what the first one was. And then later on, they actually saw the video that I made. I didn't expect them to, because they have over 300k followers between the both of them. So I just, I was like, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but I felt like drawing a card to kind of like bring you some peace and some comfort and some perception as to how things may be going, so to speak, like confirmation of what they deserve and what they're worth and how it's going to play out. And they actually messaged me back, and so I sat down and I did a 6-card reading for them, and I had a bunch of cards that were all relating to like children and souls and like the mother, and the earth pulsing was one of them. So it was really interesting, and I'm still kind of like processing the fact that they actually reached out to me and I actually talked to them. It was cool. It was really cool.
So that's very fascinating that we have the fated life, a new earth, and the destiny life, earth pulsing, saying slow down, spend time in nature. That is, it'll be very interesting to see what the bridge is here, or the challenge, because those things, we're all moving towards the new earth, regardless of what our cards have been dealt in our current way, or what our soul's desire is. So I'm very excited to see what this 3rd card is. So we were literally just talking about this card. Crystalline mentioned.
I don't know if they, I don't know what they saw with me doing the thing with the cards here, but I like was going back and forth between 2, and I decided that one.
Yes, that
took
was
me a minute.
definitely in the video, because I'm like, I could feel it. I'm like, it's coming. So the card is Earth. The card that was that is the bridge. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So very interesting. That is definitely quite the challenge for many of us. That we are projected into this universe, into this world, but we are not of this world. You could say that what happens in this world it is like a reflection of what is happening in higher realms, or the realms where, or the non-physical realms where our souls originated from, and our energy gets projected here into the Earthland.
Did you read this on video?
I did not.
Okay.
All that I've said so far has come straight from intuition.
All right. Well, sorry I interrupted. I don't even. Should I read this?
Read it. So this, to be clear, is the first card. What the book says about the first card, a new Earth.
It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you're facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it's a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here to be part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job, or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember what you've been working toward for so long is almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep. For if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, how can you keep holding the vision?
That is super important. Like, we have been put into this fated life for a specific reason. We each have a unique gift that we're meant to cultivate here while we're here, projected into this physical existence. And so, holding that faith and the vision is super, super important. No matter where you are in life right now, have faith that everything is going to work out in the best ways possible. And also, you have to be at peace no matter where you are to allow that process. Now, that was the number one card, the fated life. We are going to look at the definition of the destiny life.
That caught me off guard.
Earth pulsing.
My brain thought it was a bear jumping through the path. I was like, what the fuck? Nope, just a bike.
Yeah, some guy just rode by on a bike super fast.
And the trail we went to is the bottom of a downhill biking trail, and it's downhill. Anyways.
You definitely have to have faith in your bike to go fast down that trail, that's for sure.
Me and hills don't like each other too much. Especially not ones that are bumpy. I've had way too many fails. Too much drama.
So, the Earth pulsing for the destiny life.
Pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. Mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself has a rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, working hours and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the mother and the entire universe. Today, many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened. A moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported, and as if we don't belong, we look to other people in the external world to fill the void of the connection, holding and belonging once given to us by the earth. Taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully, as the mother once did. Forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted, and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away and you become connected to all things on the planet. And the starseed activation for this card is requesting to place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I surrender to the pulse of the mother. May my heart beat in unison with her.
That is beautiful, absolutely. Be one with the Mother Nature. That is aligned with our vision here on the channel. We align ourselves with the affinity of nature, and this is how we feel like this is our soul's calling, is to be one with nature. And I feel that a lot of us really feel that way right now. To really get out of the concrete jungle, get into the forest, and tap into who we really are through the affinity of nature. Now,
Yes.
here we are going to go over the bridge. And once again, that was the destiny life,
Earth.
to be aligned with nature.
Learning how to be human, in the world but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious to it. To have their souls fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend towards immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in this physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul and having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence. Being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn toward transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels in the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth. And you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry. Do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two?
And that is a challenge for all of us, really, to find that balance between the way or our manifestation of our bodies projected here in the physical and our higher dimensional self coming through from those non-physical dimensions. Yeah, that was a very, very powerful reading of the spring equinox energies. I have all kinds of tingles just holding these cards right now.
I have a combination of cold tingles and then other tingles. It's interesting. I am cold, but I am also wearing shorts. And we have been still for probably like 45 minutes. At least. I want to say.
Something like that. And here we are. breathing in the fresh air in the heart of nature.
And we need to go get sweaty again.
Another beautiful day here in paradise. If you found value in this video, please share it with others that you feel may also find value. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already and you want to see more content like this. And now, you showed them what the deck was, right?
For the most part.
So this is the Starseed Oracle deck of tarot cards.
I have myriads on myriads of decks. This is one of my favorite, to be quite honest.
And that is the universal challenge for all of us in this season, is to take our fated life that has been brought to us through our physical experience and to allow that oneness with nature through the symbiotic relationship that nature shows us between everything and everything else, and bridge that energy flowing from the non-physical dimensions and our projection into the physical. It doesn't get any better than this. Another beautiful day in paradise. Peace.